Welcome to Champion Central, the internet talk show that empowers current and next generation entrepreneurs to live and conduct business as next level leaders. Champion Central spotlights and empowers speaking professionals, giving them a voice to communicate their missions across the world. And now, here's the champion builder herself, your host of Champion Central, Lakeisha McKnight.
All right, you guys. Well, welcome back to Champion Central Radio. I'm your host, Lakeisha McKnight. And for those of you who are new here, Champion Central Radio is the media outlet for a training company, an international training company. That is the iLead Company. And I definitely encourage you to learn more about the iLead Company by visiting ileadcompany.org. And it is sponsored by a nonprofit called iLead Outreach. iLead Outreach is the company. It's a nonprofit focusing in on helping the underprivileged, of course, those who have a lower income, right, to learn about business, receive business education, learning how to hire themselves and start their own businesses. And so that's what the focus is for the iLead Outreach nonprofit organization. Learn more about iLead Outreach by visiting ileadoutreach.com. So again, welcome back to Champion Central Radio. I'm hoping that you guys have been able to listen to the last show. I know there were some audio concerns, but I'm hoping that you guys are clear and that you're able to hear me clearly today. And if you've been having some problems hearing even the last episode and even today's episode, if you've had problems, please let us know in the message area. Message us and let us know if you've faced any type of audio concerns. But again, welcome back to Champion Central Radio. Glad that you guys are here. And we have been having, this large campaign. This campaign has been going on for quite a while. And it is the campaign called the 100 Thursdays campaign, where we teach you how to master the art and business of speaking. And this particular campaign spiraled off of a great launch of a book this year called Professional Speaking, How Anyone Can Master the Art and Business of Speaking. And it was written by, of course, yours truly, myself, Lakeisha McKnight. And as a result, we launched it, and within 24 hours, the book became an Amazon #1 best-selling book. And it was a #1 best-selling book in the category of performing arts. And so we're so proud, we're so happy. The Message Expansion Partners parent company, because that's the parent company of the iLead Company, the way that things are structured. So not to confuse you guys, but Message Expansion Partners is the large umbrella parent company in which iLead Company and Lakeisha McKnight Enterprises are housed. Okay? But we are extremely proud here of the Message Expansion Partners team, extremely happy about the results of that book. And, if you want to learn more about the book, it's a speaker system in a book. You can definitely visit Amazon. We have the softback version there as well as the digital version, so that you can download it on your Kindle, your Sony device, and even on your Android or iPhone devices. So, again, definitely check that out. But today we're going into the hot speaking tips, and we're on hot speaking tip number 27. All right? And hot speaking tip number 27 focuses in on being comfortable. So be comfortable. So what does this truly mean as it pertains to being a speaker? Let's talk about that very briefly. So when we're being comfortable, what we mean is the more comfortable that you are, like in front, right, the more effective you can be in conveying your message. So we have to get you comfortable. We have to get you comfortable. And so to achieve that, you must make sure that you're comfortable with what you are wearing. So when you're going on stage, think about your last presentation. Were you comfortable with what you wore, your attire? Was your clothing, your pants, or your skirt, did it fit you very well, or was it too tight? Ladies, we have to be careful of, wearing clothing that may be too tight for us. And you definitely want to wear something form-fitting, right? But you want to be professional as well. And so you want to be comfortable. Professional and comfortable is the key. So to achieve that, make sure you're comfortable with what you wear. And guys, the same as well. Make sure you're comfortable with what you have on, with your slacks or your suit that you have on. But aside from that, keep in mind that can also be achieved when you have properly prepared for your speech. So how well are you preparing so that it helps you to be more comfortable during the presentation day or on the presentation day? So have you reviewed your speech at least 3 times? Have you gone through it to become familiar with it, to become one with your speech? Think about how you can practice. When is the best time for you to practice? And be able to schedule it in so that you can get that time and go over, at least hone your main points, know your main points very well. We're not saying to memorize it, but know it very well. Because this is something that I've been doing consistently, is knowing my speech very well. And the way that I normally get to know my speech and my message is when I have to go back and revise the message. So the message, of course, is already written, or at least the outline is written, but I go back and I make revisions, or I skim over it so that I become more familiar with the flow, the transitioning, how I'm going to transition from one point to the next. And then, I definitely sit back and I meditate on the points. Don't memorize, but I meditate on the supporting points so I know how I want to say it, the inflection or the tone of voice I want to use, etc. And this applies not just in live events when you're in front of someone face to face, but this applies also to virtual events. So speaking at a telesummit or during a teleseminar or a webinar presentation, very important that you incorporate these same methods as well. So think about the importance of being comfortable with your dress and your attire, as well as the amount of preparation that you've done for your message or for your workshop or whatever presentation that you're giving. So, hot speaking tip number 27 is be comfortable. Now, if you guys are interested in learning more and even working closely with me, you definitely want to visit Coach with Lakeisha, Lakeisha, coachwithlakeisha.com, and be glad to speak with you and learn how I can help you to be more comfortable. And being more prepared, comfortable with who you are as a speaker, and being able to move forward. So if you want to learn more about that, definitely visit coachwithlakeisha.com, and we can chat about it. All right, you guys, thank you so much for listening in. We're going to be back here next Thursday at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time with another hot speaking tip just for you. You all be blessed, and I'll see you when I see you. Take care.
Thank you for listening to Champion Central with Lakeisha McKnight. If you'd like to comment about any of the topics discussed on the program, learn how to be a Champion Central sponsor, or find out how to become a guest on the show, come on over and visit us at championcentralradio.com. That's championcentralradio.com. Join Lakeisha for the next edition of Champion Central. And remember, champions don't just win, they overcome.